Hello, everybody. He wants here. So I'm gonna read the two stories. The first story is Hot Air Balloons. Enjoy the video. Hot air balloons. Ready for takeoff. It is early morning. People unload a huge colorful bag in an open field. They turn on a strong fan. They aim it into the opening of the bag. The bag starts to grow. It's a balloon, but it isn't the kind of balloon you get it as a birthday party. This balloon is taller than 16 men. Suddenly, 5 roars into the balloon. It starts to rise. People climb into the basket under the balloon while others hold it steady. Then the balloon takes off, carrying its passengers into the sky. They float higher than the houses, higher than the trees, up to where the balloon flies. Can you imagine what it would be like to float so high? Cars would look like tiny dots. You'd be able to see for miles. The wind would be your guide. What would it feel like to ride with the wind? Hot air is lighter than cooler air. A balloon heats the air from a balloon so it will rise from the ground. The fabric of a balloon slowly inflates until it is full. Balloon riders get a bird's eye view. Jean Pierre Blauhard crossed the English Channel from England to France in a balloon. Ballooning history. Throughout history, people have wondered what it would be like to fly. The Chinese watched their kites move with the wind. The Greeks told stories of men who made wings to help them fly. People drew pictures of flying machines, but flying seemed impossible. In the late 1700s in France, the Montgolfier brothers noticed something about paper and fire. It, uh, if paper stuck too close to the flame, it burned. But they saw that if the paper was above the fire, the hot smoke seemed to make it float and rise. So in 1783, they made a balloon out of paper and silk. They lit a fire under it. People were amazed when the Montgolfier brothers sent a sheep, a duck, and a rooster as passengers in this first hot air balloon. The animals had a successful flight. Soon after, two men rode into a Montgolfier balloon. They traveled more than 5 miles for 25 minutes. Early inventors draw pictures of unbelievable flying machines. Read stories of tale of Dallas and his son Icarus, who made the old flying wings. All French people made balloons filled with a gas called hydrogen. Hydrogen can rise like hot air does. In 1785, Jean Pierre Blanchard flew a gas balloon over the English Channel, a waterway between England and France. He also flew the first balloon to America. George Washington watched Blanchard's balloon launch in 1793 from Pennsylvania on its way to New Jersey. Pilots travel flying balloons higher and farther than ever before. People found uses for balloons during war. Balloons could carry messages. They could spy from the city. Soldiers used balloons to scout out the battlefield. The stiff framework of an airship helped the balloon keep its shape. By the early 1900s, airships flew in the sky. An airship had a gas-filled balloon with a flame to give it a sausage shape. The basket hit, which people would call the gondola, was enclosed and often very large. It also had an engine and propellers. Pilots could steer these new types of balloons in the direction they wished to go. Some airships were used in war, others were used for travel, and the gondolas looked like fancy hotels inside. In the early 1900s, the Wright brothers also flew the first airplane. After that, people built airplanes for travel instead. But people didn't forget about balloons. They built gas balloons that could study the weather and even travel around the world. In 1960, modern hot air balloons were developed by Ed Yost and were later used for sport. Today, people join hot air balloon clubs. Teams hold balloon races. Passengers take rides in the sky to see the beautiful land below. The Wright brothers' first airplane gave people another way to travel to the sky. The stiff framework of an airship helped the balloon keep its shape. Now let's go to the next. The burner heats the air inside the envelope to inflate the balloon. How hot air balloons work. The scientists call physics helps us understand how hot air balloons rise in the sky. Physics is the science of how things move. Air is all around you. You can't see it, but you can feel it when the wind blows. Air also has weight. Hot air is light. Cold air is heavy. That means that hot air rises up in the sky. Cold air sits closer to the ground. Hot air balloons work because the air trapped inside balloon is lighter than the cold air outside balloon, so the balloon rises up into the sky. As a balloon festival, many balloons take out at the same time and to fill the sky with color. The parachute value is in the top of a balloon lets out hot air. The crowds wait for the big launch. The big balloon is called an envelope. Most envelopes are larger on the top and narrower on the bottom. They come in all colors. The envelope is made out of strong, light cloth called nylon, just like a paper envelope holds a letter. The balloon envelope holds the hot air. Pilots heat the air in the balloon with a burner. The burner sends out a huge flame into the air. Envelope. When the balloon is full of hot air, it starts lifting off the ground. The basket hangs below the burner. This basket carries the pilot and the passengers. The basket is light, but strong enough to carry several people. Some baskets can carry up to 20 passengers at a time if the balloon is big enough to lift them. When the pilot wants the balloon to go up, he fires up the balloon. This can be very loud. Boom! The flame grows bigger and hits the end of the envelope, so the balloon will rise. And the pilot wants the balloon to go down. He pulls the cord that lets out some of the hot air. The cord opens the parachute value. The parachute value is a cut out circle of nylon and the top of the balloon. The balloon starts rising as more hot air escapes. The balloon sinks through the ground. A basket hangs below the balloon to hold passengers up to the wind. You turn your handlebars to steer your bike. But the pilot can't steer a balloon. He can make it fly higher or lower, but he can't make it go from side to side. He needs some help from the wind. Wind moves in different directions. Wind might be moving one way to hit high in the sky. It might be moving another way lower in the sky. These paths of wind are called currents. A pilot used these currents to move the balloon from place to place. He moves the balloon up and down with the burner and parachute back. When he finds the current going in the direction where he wants to go, he lets the balloon rise the wind right or left. Balloon pilots use winds in the direction they want to go. Pilots can control how fast or how slow the balloon moves. That's controlled by the wind. But too much wind can be dangerous. It can tear the balloon or send it in the wrong direction. So pilots always check the weather. A day with clear skies and not too much wind is best for ballooning. They often launch right after the sun comes up. When the wind is calm and the air is cool, they can also launch in the evening, but must land before the sun sets. Balloons don't usually land in the same place they started. A pilot talks to his crew on the ground with a radio. They looked for a safe place to set the balloon down. The crew meets the balloon when it lands. They will let the air out of the balloon and pack it up again. Riding a hot air balloon is an adventure. Where will the wind take you? I will tell you. Next is Bellerophon and Pegasus. Bellerophon, and a Pegasus, a great Greek myth. Bellerophon lived long ago in Greece. He wanted to marry King Laertes, Arbates' daughter. But the king wanted to test Bellerophon first. He commanded him to defeat the Chimera. A terrible monster. It had a lion head, a ghost head, and a giant snake for a tail. It was attacking helpless people across the kingdom. Bellerophon worried about his task. How could one man stop the Chimera? He asked the goddess Athena for help. In a dream, she showed him where to find the flying horse Pegasus. Bellerophon woke up from the dream holding a golden bride. It shone as brightly as the sun. Bellerophon caught Pegasus with the golden bride and leaped onto the creature's back. Pegasus snorted and stamped his hooves. He stretched his mighty wings with a strong motion. Then he carried his new master up into the sky. They were in flight. Bellerophon and Pegasus soared and circled above the countryside as they hunted the Chimera. At last they found the dreadful beast. The monsters had roared and hissed so loudly that the ground shook. Fire snarled from the monster's mouth. Pegasus flew swiftly around the Chimera, scooping down and away. Again and again, the monster lunged as a flying horse at this rider. Each time he missed them. But Bellerophon swung his sword with all his might. 3 times the monster flew. Bellerophon and Pegasus flew down back to King Laertes. To prove his victory, Bellerophon brought King Laertes a stand of lion's name, a snake's scale, and a goat's horn from the Chimera. At last King Laertes agreed to let Bellerophon marry his daughter. Everyone in the kingdom was invited to this wedding feast, and Pegasus got a golden bucket filled with the finest what's in the plants. Thanks for watching. Click on the like and subscribe button so you don't miss the video. Goodbye, everybody.